Spokesman of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Ima Powerful, on Wednesday announced that the group's leader, Nnamdi Kanu, has dissolved the third administration of the Directorate of State, DOS, which oversees the affairs of the group.
How will you describe the case of Nnamdi Kanu so far in a proper context?
Thank you once again. My name is Chief Maxwell Opera PhD.
Please, if you are visiting my YouTube channel for the first time, subscribe with us and turn on your notification button.
At the Faculty of Law, Veritas University. I'm also a politician. Now, having said that, I joined Activism in 1994, immediately after my my WAEC. While waiting for JAM, that's when I joined Activism. My first call was when I was told that there will be a protest for democracy, restoration of democracy, there in Adeni Jones, Ikeja. I left using night bus from Owerri to Lagos. So that was the first time I met Ganefayeni. And I so much cherish him. I met Femi Falana, I met Professor Jesus Yaye, I met Bekoram Sankuti, I met all of them. I was very small and patriotic. So we continued. So since then, until I secured admission, the thing really delayed my admission, taking it, following the struggle. So when we finally got admission, we took it up in the university. So we started having that problem in the university. Others read law for 5 years. I read law for 9 years. I came out with a very good result. I have PhD law as we speak. So just to tell you that I wasted time in the university. It's not that I'm not a sound, bright student. It's some activism. So we continued fighting for this democracy. By the time I'm telling you, most of these criminals we are seeing now amassing the wealth of this country, none of them, most of them we are still in secondary school, most of them in the university. Some of them we are even nowhere to be found. The people that suffered, I could remember one incident, I think that's either 95 or 96. When we went there, we are having meeting, everybody, these people came. Truck load of military, started tear gassing us. Ghana fought 2 times in my presence. And they revived him. They picked some other guys. I was wearing short. In fact, if you see me that time, I was looking like somebody with a hawk. I was very patriotic. So I can go on and on and on. In the university, we started fighting it. And when we now came out, we have been fighting it, trying to put things the way it's supposed to be. Then the people that are product of this are the people that are destroying the democracy. Number one person, President Ahmed Bola Tinubu. He is a product of activism. And he suffered for this democracy. So that's why I can forgive the disaster that just left, who called himself a president, the one that God belatedly removed here on the planet Earth. I'm talking about Buhari, whose cap and eyeglass is bigger than his achievements, who refused to put things the way it's supposed to. I can forgive that one. He's operating from a military background. I'm talking about somebody that saw it all. What we call him that I'm senior comrade Tinubu. Then, now, on what basis are you destroying the democracy? I won't even talk about the likes of Atiku. I won't even talk about the likes of Mike. Those guys are nowhere to be found then. But you were there in the forefront, fighting, using your blood and everything. Then the democracy has come. Why do you want to destroy it? After benefiting from the struggle. Somebody like Ghana never benefited. Femi Falana never benefited. None of them has benefited. But you have benefited as a senator, as a governor, now as a president. Can't you say, God, thank you?
Do you think he's stifling the voices of activists?
Yes, this is the worst of it. When Buhari was alive, he told us that you people will miss me. We thought that he was joking. Are we not missing him now? Can you protest? Can you protest now? Just go and do protest. Or say, Gertrude, we are going to organize protests for your people. We have written to police. We are going to start from Airport Road here to here. The DSS will pick you this night before tomorrow.
All right, let's.
Is that democracy?
All right, let's come down to the basic, the issue of Nnamdi Kanu. Why is it that we've not seen any appeal Kanu, you're one of the lawyers of Nnamdi Kanu. You're one of the counsels to him.
No, you get it wrong. And I invite you to go to my page. Everything is happening in my page. I'm updating in my page. So the thing there is that the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not the first case I did. I did Asade Dokubo with a Festus Kayam. I did Wazirike's own. Wazirike vomited nonsense yesterday. And that's made me I went to church late. I have to call him. I saw Oga. This is your WhatsApp line. I'm going to forward pictures to you. Why should you be talking like this? We know what to pass through. When we were there in Kuje, then you are now just talking something that you don't know. If you don't get any facts, you ask. You invited me now to get the facts. Now, Nnamdi Kanu, in the first instance, was in Sokoto today because he's an Igbo. You know, the most coward people you see in this world are the Igbos, because he has nobody to speak for him. Had it been that Nnamdi Kanu is from Middle Belt, South, North, he wouldn't have been in Sokoto today. He's in Sokoto today because he's from Southeast. Have that one as the back of your mind. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not do anything. He never committed anything. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's conviction and sentence was predicated on anger, hatred against the Igbos. I say it, I'm a lawyer. Anybody who wants to challenge me should come and challenge me. I can prove it. Now, having said that, going by his appeal, remember that he started representing himself. I've said this in different forms. You consulted me as a lawyer, and you don't need to have a law degree for you to know that 1 + 1 is 2. And when we get to court, they say 1 + 1 is 3. And as a lawyer, I say, as the court pleases. You turn around and say, After the court, I now ask you. You now ask, Mas said yes. 1 + 1 is 2 now. Why do they say 1 + 1 is 3? And you say, as the court pleases. And if I fail to give you an answer, what will you do? What will you do? You ask me to go. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's matter was more political than legal. And that is why you see most of us, the people that I started with this matter in 2015, all of them have left. Every other lawyer you see in this matter met me. A Jofa lawyer, all of them, they met me. The people that I started...
Yeah, before we get into the issue of a Jofa, because we'll talk about...
Yes, I'm just giving you why I'm laying this the background is for you to know where I'm coming from, that I know everything about this case. Now, when I was able to give you an answer, and what will happen? You now ask me, no, I should say this thing. And I tell you that I cannot say it. Because a non-lawyer expected me to be challenging the judge. If I'm in the court, in the bar, where we can as a lawyer, my duty first, not for you that pay me. My duty first is to the judge. That's why I'm an officer in the Temple of Justice. I will make sure that I protect the judge before you. My second duty is to my colleague. My third duty is to my client. I don't know whether you're going to say, yeah. Like now I'm driving. I have only one person to carry. The judge is there. The lawyer is there. My client is there. The person I will carry for his welfare is the judge. The second person is the lawyer. The third person is you.
So you're trying to attract a favor?
Not a favor. That is what our rules said. Because that place is our own temple. The judge is the minister. I hear what I'm saying. So all of us, the presumption is that the client will come and go. You people will still be there. And judicial consists of the bench and the bar. So I cannot go and destroy the temple where I worship. So because of you.
Why?
So going by that. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have seen that they have turned Nigerian judicial, the Nigerian jurisprudence upside down because of him. So he felt that I can't continue with this. If you people cannot do it the way I want, please, you people can allow me to do it. That's what gave rise for his representation. Example, 1, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was granted bail from Usezuntumai Court Tribe. Federal government refused. Ademola, federal government refused. Show, federal government refused. It was just like that until Binta Nyako now granted bail. So they reluctantly agreed. He was there in Afaruku, in Ibeku, local government area of Abia State, enjoying his bail. Federal government, on the advice of Malami, the Attorney General and the then Chief of Army Staff, moved Operation Python Dance to his house, and they killed there and then 38 persons and left with 15 corpses. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu ran away for his dear life. And when Mazi Kanu ran away, he found himself in Israel. with the help of federal government.
Yeah, we already have this background. Why is it that you,
Just
as a
hold
lawyer,
on. I'm interested in all of these things.
Yes,
just allow him.
Allow me to flow so that you
continue.
understand. So Nnamdi Kanu now ran away to Israel with the help of not to you, not to him, not to me, with the help of federal government, because federal government is interested in the border. How he gets to Israel, federal government should explain.
Okay.
So while in Israel, he now deposed an affidavit from there to the court and sent to us. We file it in court. My Lord, I'm Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I'm in Israel. I was enjoying my bed. These people came to kill me. They killed many persons. I ran away. Please, my Lord, can you assure my safety? I'm ready to come back to come and face my trial. That affidavit was there. Served to federal government. Federal government never countered it. So which means he cannot, his life was not secured. On the process of that, they started terrorism, wanted to kill him here in UK. He ran away. I'm giving you this, maybe you have not heard of it. Came to Africa, he was in Ethiopia. So they were chasing him. Like tomorrow, they decided to come to Kenya and see IPOB guys there until they arrested him. His friend came, I think, from Burundi, according to him. He went to pick him at the airport. They got him. They said, it's not Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They rallied him around. So people, they started beating him. People now came, they used Kenya, say, this guy is a world terrorist. Other people now, they bundled him, blindfolded him, took him away to a certain place and contacted Malani and go. According to what we had, I'm hearing $200 million, I'm hearing $20 million. I don't know which one is true, but money was given to them. Because Nnamdi Kanu have stayed here. They said, according to what Nnamdi Kanu told me, I wasn't there. They have told those people to kill Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So they have even brought a car to handcuff him, put him inside the car, said, "Bless." One police officer said, you people cannot do it. This man is innocent. I'm quoting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is alive. You can go to Sokoto and meet him. He's a free person. He may even give you hear from his mouth. So the man said, this man is innocent. A junior police officer. He now told Nnamdi Kanu what they were planning. It was there that they now sent aircraft straight to go and pick him. From that prison straight to Tamak, they brought him here in this country. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's British passport, which he used to enter Kenya, is still in Kenya as we speak. That's why I'm telling you that the worst people can deal with in this world is a British people. That one is by the way. So when he was brought to here in this country, they took him to court. The federal government orally applied. The first in history, thank God that you are going, I'm on a camera. The first in history, ask any lawyer. They brought him to Federal High Court. The prosecution now orally applied to court. The court should give them the order to go and remand Mazi Nnamdi Kanu at the DSSS. The judge, you are aware that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has lawyers on record. You do not say, no, I will not. I'm going to adjourn this matter the following day. I got information about that in my office. I was rushing to Federal High Court. On getting to that place, I saw Mazi Nnamdi Kanu when they blindfolded him and took him at the Federal High Court from that small gate that leads to Federal Minister of Justice and whisk him away. So it was that oral application they used to remand Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the DSSS, the first in history. Even when somebody is facing the most simplest crime in this country, the judge will ask you, where is your lawyer? If you say, I have a lawyer, but my lawyer is not around, that matter must be adjourned. If you say that I don't have a lawyer and I don't have money, my lord will be there and then will now tell the registrar, assist him to go to Lagos 8 Council, let them give him a lawyer. Go to Minister of Justice, Citizens Rights Department, let them give him a lawyer. Go to Public Complaint Commission, let them give him a lawyer. Go to National Human Rights Commission, let them give him a lawyer. Go to NBA Human Rights Committee, let them give him a lawyer. You don't allow somebody to defend himself. Even as I am, I find it difficult to defend myself. Because it's when you enter into court, enter that dock, you discover that it's not what you think. Your body chemistry will change. You'll be sweating under AC. So that's what happened. Do I say one? Now, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu trial now started, all our application for us to see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu proves abortive. Court will give order, the DSS will refuse. Court will give order, the DSS will refuse. When we come to discuss with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, when they finally accredited few of us that will be coming, 3 lawyers, okay, the formally it was 3 lawyers and 2 family members. As we come, they will bug everywhere. DSS is everywhere. They won't allow us to express ourselves. When we complain, what will I do? What do you want me to do? because of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Something that is there in the Constitution, adequate time and facility. So that one is on that. When finally, when the issue of extraordinary rendition, where the law said once somebody run into a country as a fugitive, you cannot bring that person back to this country without following the due process of law. And we said, look at what the law said. So finally, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was the charges were struck out. I think 7 of them were struck out, remaining I think 5. We said no. My Lord, look at it. We went to Court of Appeal. Court of Appeal, 3-man panel, in a well-detailed judgment. They reviewed all the whole issues we raised. Go and read that judgment and discharge Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So federal government said no. Nigeria is a banana republic. Nigeria is a lawless country. Nigeria is a society of anarchy. You are not going to obey the court. You thought that we were joking. They refused to obey that court judgment for complete 8 days. The first day, the second day, the third day, the fourth day, the fifth day, the sixth day, the second day, the third day. Nobody in the National Assembly, all these characters that call themselves people of Southeast, nobody mentioned it in the State House or in the National Assembly. I don't know whether you get what I'm saying. We are talking about lawlessness, a case of this magnitude. International community are watching. They refused. Federal government refused. Nobody speak about that. We ended up shouting on social media, shouting in the media houses, until federal government said, hey, okay, what do we do now? We are going to stay for this execution. They filed motion for stay of execution. The first in history. How many things have I told you? When you I say first in history, anyway, go and verify. People will say go and verify, go and verify. The first in history, ask any lawyer, it has never done. We are court, we discharge somebody, and the federal government will now file motion for stay and keep that person until appeal is being determined. It's a case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Remember where I started? The reason why I said Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said I want to defend myself. Now, all the thing that was done, we went to Supreme Court. Supreme Court now, after 9 days, the question I want to ask you is that 9 days, who will pay for it? Apart from I'm just talking about the Supreme Court. I don't want to go to the one of Enugu State Court. I don't want to talk about the one of Federal High Court. The money the federal government is owing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I think 8 billion naira subsisting. The money the federal government is owing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as we speak. They have not paid anyone. So what happened? And all this judgment, none of them were appealed. Apart from that of a Court of Appeal. That of Court of Appeal, that of a Court of Appeal that went to Supreme Court. Supreme Court in their judgment said, yes, Federal High Court, you ought not have jumped his bail. He never jumped bail. Based on these reasons I stated. He never jumped bail. It's there in the judgment. 2, the manner and the way and manner he was brought into this country was unfair. They condemned all those attitudes that took us to Court of Appeal, to Supreme Court, and now said they should bet. Meanwhile, he should go and face his trial on these charges. That's why one of the judges said that they are speaking from both sides of their mouth. But federal government, the charge you charge him was charged on a wrong law. That would have even helped the Supreme Court to even dismiss that charge. He said federal government to go and amend the law to reflect the new law. We came back to that court. Remember that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still in the SSS suffering. I'm talking about a country that claims that it's operating rule of law. As if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the only citizen in this country. As if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to live forever. You want to destroy the entire judicial architecture because of one person. When we came back to Federal High Court, the matter started. The issue of independence bias came up. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu now challenged Binta that is bias, stating his reasons. So, while we are there, just like as I told you, the way, if you are angry in court, the way you react in the court will not be the way I will react. If I'm angry, I'll be laughing. I'll be pretending. As the court pleases, as the court pleases, as the court pleases. But you, that is the person that is facing the trial, you may even burst out. So when this thing was going on, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started raising hand from the dock. Allow me to finish this so that people understand what they're talking about. Started raising hand from the dock. The judge said, do you want to You cannot talk. You are representing yourself. Said no. The judge said, except you want to represent yourself. He said, yes, I want to represent myself. The court now recorded him and said that you people are hereby stop from representing him for now. And you don't have right of audit.
That was how the lawyers were removed.
No, not that one. I'm still coming to that. I'm still talking about Nego. Okay. So while we are there, we are trying to let my lord know, because we know that he's already angry. And the way he's going to respond may not be good for my lord and to us. We said, no, my lord, there are procedures of disengaging us. If he said that he don't want us to represent him, we should have to adjourn for today so that we can do it formally, so that the next time we'll be coming alone. We can't be here. My lord said, listen, I don't want to hear your people's voice again. When I kept quiet. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started harassing the judge. Some lawyers who don't know what happened say, we are there when he was attacking the judge. The judge has already told us that if I hear your mouth, I will cite you for contempt. We have to keep quiet. It was him before Bintanyako. Those of you who people watch it, I heard I'm saying. So as a result of that, Bintanyako now said, I hereby disqualify myself from handling this matter. So we now go to
the new judge.
The new judge. Remember that the reason why the Supreme Court gave that order was because the Supreme Court have it at the back of their mind that we are still going to continue from that court. You know, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu don't need to take another plea. We are going to start from where we stop. So when the matter now went to Omotosho, all the whole thing that happened in Bintanyako for how many years we have been there has been, has been thrown into dustbin. We are now facing the fresh judge. And the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu took a fresh plea. Nnamdi Kanu was charged to court and they took his first plea in the old law, 2013 Terrorism Prevention Act. Then we now have 2022 Terrorism Prevention Act 2022. So that particular law had to come into place because we are now in a new court.
The new law, the new act.
The new act, because that old act that was with Bintanyako, where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu took a plea, I hear them saying, continued. But now when we left to Bintanyako and come to a new court, the presumption is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that was the day he came to court. I don't know whether you're getting what I'm saying.
Yes.
So the new law supposed to be in place. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not supposed to take plea on that. The federal government is expected to amend that charge to reflect in the new law. But they know the implication. They decided not to amend it. Because if you amend it, the whole thing that you use as evidence in that particular one cannot stand. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu now, so when we now came, the pressure was everywhere, no, that we should get senior advocates, you know, all these IPOB guys, they were. So we started scouting for senior advocates. Meanwhile, we now got Kalagabi, who brought other senior advocates. They came. So they gave condition. They said that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, before they come, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will apologize to me, to the judge, and to the prosecution. If you watch within that period, there was a time he was talking. So the journalists were asking questions. I said, people should not be asking that kind of question. The tension was high. So he hit me. That I should not be talking while he was talking. Personally, I do not see it as an offense.
Sorry.
It's a person when they get power to fight. They say, brother, fight trouble. Don't see it as an offense because I know what that young man has passed through. So I should be stupid enough to be thinking about that he hit me. Because he is handicapped. And he has me as a lawyer. And as a lawyer, I can't help him. They were turning me upside down because of him. In my presence. And he decided to speak for himself. And he felt that thing I'm talking is interrupting him. He had to ask me to wait. I did not see it as offense. That is my, he has standard apology. I said, guy, you don't do me anything. No. Let me do you anything. Because this thing I saw in law now, had it been that I saw it, I would have just forget about it and continue with my estate management that I was reading before joining law. But that one is by the way anyway. So we went to that court. The matter continued. Kalagabi came, Onyechi Bazon, renowned senior advocates, they came and they continued with the matter. Then he tendered apology. It was read in court. Said, Baba, I should continue. So Mazi now was asking them that he's not supposed to take any plea. We said, don't worry, take your plea. So he took the plea. the federal government started their trial. The judge, on his own, said any objection to admissibility of any document, reserve it. You can address it in the final written address, which is normal. If you want your trial to be fast, you can say like that's my style anyway. They say, my lord, operator, do you have any objection, my lord? I will object, but I will reserve my objection in my final written address for us to make progress. The judge stated it in the ruling. The judgment is in this, and I can forward it to you. Read it. So we continued. All those funny documents they want to tender. If they want to tender it, they say any objection. They will say, Kalagabi, depending on the person, my lord will object. We will reserve our answer objection during the final written address. So when they did now, they concluded their final trial. They called 5 witnesses. The 5 witnesses are all the SSS people. Nobody apart from one person who said that I interviewed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. There are people, I don't know. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said that person, that's the only person that arrested me in Lagos and brought me here. I don't know where they brought these ones. Nobody, they did not brought any person. We learned that they approached some criminals, they said they will not. They did not brought any person who said that I committed act of terrorism and I committed it because of the broadcast of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu I had. They did not. They did not tender, what do you call it, banger. Is it banger? What is the lowest this one would normally play? Kappa. They did not tender it in court to say this is. They did not tender anything. What they tender is video clip. And what they normally do video clip is that you will see where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will say when he was doing his broadcast, somebody will call, sir, these people are killing us, so what do we do? He said, now listen, any police officer who use the ammunition gun given to him by government to protect life and property, if they use it, they want to use it to kill you, collect it back and use it to kill them back. So now the SSS will cut off that place and put only collect and kill and play it. And you see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu who did this thing, he was laughing at them. So we said, I can provide it for you. I have them so that you listen and watch. So after everything, they said that they have closed. Do you know what they tendered? Apart from those video clip, they tendered his boxers, singlets, a phone, speaker gadget he was using to making broadcast. That's what they. So Kalagabi asked, well, this is what you use. You want to use to secure conviction on this person. So when they closed their case, we filed no case submission. The judge overruled. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, now that I have closed the case, can you move my application for bail? What of my no case submission? He said that we had a no case submission at the distance. So the thing now becomes so. I hear what I'm saying. There are some things I cannot do as a lawyer.
Please, if you are visiting my YouTube channel for the first time, subscribe with us and turn on your notification button.